G'day, all, Mr. Paladin here, and I'm here with MrSpirit, and we're gonna start a new series called That Beeping Sentry. We're gonna be talking about common sentry spots that people have trouble taking out, and MrSpirit and myself find that we are probably the guy on the team who ends up changing class to take it out. So we want to share our knowledge with you and maybe find new ways to take out this beeping sentry. So first, let's talk to MrSpirit as to why this sentry gun is in a good spot right here.
Hello everyone, I'm MrSpirit, and I play Engineer. So, this gun is one of the most common public gun spots. You may have seen it from my Sentry Saturday videos, but with this, we learned that this sentry spot has been quite troublesome to public players, especially those just starting the game. What this sentry covers is pretty well along this back wall and windows, along near the crates and the train tracks, and a bit of underneath. So, why does this cause a lot of troubles? Because people don't seem to realize they can peek out and splash it as a soldier or a Demoman, or even use some hiding spots as spy to get angle on the gun. So overall, this public spot has caused a lot of trouble to players over the years.
Now, I find as a spy, I'm restricted to getting to this gun. I've got to take these stairs. There's no way for me to rocket jump or do any tricky jumps up to where MrSpirit is. So oftentimes you'll have engineers building dispensers either here or Spirit came up with another tricky spot. See, by building it here, he knows I'm a spy as soon as I try and get past this, because his teammates can just walk through this with no problem.
And only I should have to climb over this thing.
As a spy, what that results me to is I have to take this jump that's on the rail here, and I don't even have to make it the whole way. I can even stand on this little ledge here and let me cut that out. I'll redo that because I want to see about jumping on the outside. Now, to avoid a dispenser from there, I take this jump across this railing here, and you don't even have to make it the whole way. You can actually land on the lip that's on the left side of this rail here. But as any spy knows, standing on a rail, you get all sorts of trick jumps, trick stabs, and all sorts of fun stuff. But of course, if he sees anyone doing that, he knows his teammates are not going to dang well jump across the rail there. So that gives me away the moment he sees it.
Yeah. Now there is a big counter that I'd like to show everyone that counters spies in pretty well any class that wants to walk up these staircases. What you do is you start at the top of your staircase and crouch down, and you build the dispenser on top of the stairs itself. And what this does, it denies any spies from jumping over top of it.
I go to the left, can't go to the right. I can't use these barrels or any objects around it to get any more height. I am stuck here. I would have to destroy this dispenser, and that, of course, let Spirit know what is up. Plus, who's to say there's not a pyro down here camping this dispenser? The snipers are hanging around down here. They love these angles as well.
Yep, lots of giveaways to a spy or an enemy there.
Okay, so let's assume that that sentry spot is being well defended. It may not just be the engineer. It may be an engineer and a pyro, or heck, any other teammate might just be hanging out up there with MrSpirit. What are some of the things I do? For starters, as a spy, if I've got absolutely no route up to there, using any watch you like, you can do it with a dead ringer, because if you come up, here, let's see, the gun gets you, something gets you, you've got no problem traversing over here. You can easily get to this spot. Doesn't matter if it's an invis watch, if it's a cloak and dagger, you can get here. From here, you've got options. You can try and headshot the engineer, which I would say would be your #1 thing to do. But let's say you can't get the engineer. He's being such a crafty engineer. He's staying out of sight. You can safely shoot the sentry gun even through this crack in the boxes. You can easily see if one of their teammates comes out of spawn. You can shield yourself with these boxes, and he can't really hit you too good. Ooh, you landed the rockets through the boxes. That's not bad. But I would recommend shooting them around the boxes or over the boxes to be much more effective, because being close to this wall behind would be the problem. Definitely would not want to mess with that. But let's say, try as you might, your best spy work is not getting this gun down. This gun is one of the spots that I don't think it's really a spy's problem anyway, because of those routing problems you have for getting up there. Even if you use an Invis Watch with a Lutron J, getting up there where he is defending and his team is coming out of the spawn all the time, it's not the best of spots. So let's see some of the other classes. Alright, here people, Spirit doesn't know this yet, but I'm down below his gun. Now, he might be able to see me if he was being really observant through the cracks in the wood. He might be able to see me. Spirit, see if you can wrangle the gun and shoot me through these cracks. I don't know if you can or not.
Nope.
Nope, even though the laser seems to make it through, it doesn't hit me. So this is one of the spots I like coming as a demo man to take out this gun. Now, assuming... And we're doing a big assume here that there's not a sniper over there or up top who notices you. You can usually get to here and get off 3 shots before anyone notices and duck yourself back around the corner. 3 is usually enough to do it, unless of course he's wrangling and being real attentive. 2 might actually get the job done. Because how close are those stickies to where the sentry is?
They're just slightly behind the tripod.
Yeah, and that usually clears out everything up there. Sometimes you have to change the angle if, let's say, they decide to put it behind the boxes on that side or further over to the left to help protect it a bit more. But yeah, that's the #1 go-to spot I do as a demo man. Other spots I prefer to take out with the soldier, and we'll see that, and that includes these spots over here and over here. So let me change to a soldier to show you that. Crikey. Easier for me. As you can see, I can take the low path or this straight path to get up to these back stairs, and I've probably got angle on the gun where I can see everything that's going on, and I don't even have to hit the gun. I can hit those boxes that are next to the gun, and the splash damage is enough to hit the stuff around it. But even then, I should be able to edge the gun before... Go ahead and unwrangle it, and I should be able to, like, hit it without the gun, targeting me. Oh, just a little bit of an edge there, see? There we go. So the gun can't target me. If I move out just a fraction more, it'll target the center of my mass, and whew, that's when the pain happens. But I should be able to edge it from there. Ooh, can I make it past here? Ooh. I can either edge it from there, or if I only get angle to here, again, I can splash those boxes and get slight angle. Again, I can see anything that's going on through these gates. Last but not least, if I have my beggars and, you know, I don't want to change loadout, or I'm in the middle of a battle, I'll load up 3 rockets from right here, 1, 2, 3, and just give a kamikaze attack, landing the 3 rockets, maybe giving up my life, or I might be able to survive and land down near where that large health pack is. Uber charge.
Alright.
Now, Spirit, the #1 thing I've seen people use against this gun is waiting for an uber charge and using an uber charge against it. But against a good engineer, that shouldn't be much of a problem.
Nope, and it's through a technique invented by a platinum engineer called Sigafu, and it's called the Sigafu save. It involves using a Wrangler and a Rescue Ranger. It starts out with you absorbing the first incoming damage, pulling out your Rescue Ranger, fire, wrangle, Rescue Ranger, wrangle, Rescue Ranger, wrangle, wrench, wrangle, wrench, wrangle it again, and kill off the person who was Ubered.
So what I'm gathering is wrangling will usually save this gun.
Yes, a Wrangler will prevent 2/3 of incoming damage. It does not triple the Sentry's health, it just reduces incoming damage by 2/3, 66%.
Now that's good against a soldier Uber, a heavy Uber, and maybe even a demo Uber. I might even mix it up as when you wrangle against a demo Uber, you shoot the rockets at the ground near the sentry gun to knock away the stickies he might have thrown up there.
Yes, but you have to be wary you do not hit yourself with this splash.
Or send the stickies towards yourself. That could be a little hazardous also.
Yeah. Try and aim to where you aren't, and fire your rockets with your right click, and send the stickies sprawling in different directions.
Absolutely. Now, if I am truly interested in being on Spirit's team and assisting this gun, I see you set up there. You know, we're all playing upward here, and we dream of having a good NG protecting that spot. So let's help him out. What I usually do, and what I find most fun to do, is I'll be a soldier, maybe a beggars because I like my beggars, but any soldier, I like protecting this upper room here because I've got a health pack, I've got ammo nearby, I've got another health pack over here, but all these angles, I've kind of got the height advantage, I've got the splash advantage against anything coming up, and if I need to bail, there's several ways I can bail out of here, even towards the protection of the gun that Spirit is using. So it totally helps me to be up here, and it totally helps him for me to be up here. Now the other thing I will do is, I'm not a good sniper, but all the good snipers out here snipe from here, they snipe from here, or they snipe from up here. And we talked about before, that's good for protecting all the spots that I mentioned before. You protect there, you protect that room, you protect that angle, and you protect that angle. And what's even better about that is they're slowly trying to edge on the gun so that the gun doesn't hit them. So they're sitting nice and still for your headshot. I don't know why I jumped to the dispenser then. That's like force of habit. Okay, now for the outro. This gun is a great spot, but it's only a great spot if your team is willing to work with you, and it's not too difficult a spot to take out if you think about the positions and maybe even use a little teamwork yourself. If you have one person in any one of those positions, it could take it out. If you double up and have two people in those positions, more power to you. This guy is probably going to go this beeping sentry gun here. But nobody wants to build here as an engineer. Nobody wants to get demolished here as a blue team by being the only guy who's doing the job. We all hate it.
Without us engineers, you got a harder time defending a point.
Absolutely. I always want a good engineer, and I will support him. I just don't support these freaking sentry guns.
Hey, these guys saved your life, and they'll take it too.
Okay. On. So thanks for watching, and I hope this helped you in your future endeavors.
Yippee!